you don't have adequate women representation, it's harder to appropriately factor in factors or issues that matter to these women who are currently living with the disease entity. In particular, for me, I've had the benefit of having fantastic women mentors in my career.
All right, so women in medicine is a very important topic for me, especially because my mentor is one of the strongest women that I've ever worked with, and without a strong support of someone like that, I would not be successful at all, would have been lost along the way.
I think it's a challenging time, both to be a woman and to be raising girls or kids in general. And so my hope sort of from this conference and beyond is that we find a way to take action.
What can men do to help women succeed in their careers? And I think the first thing that we need to do as men is to acknowledge that we are not doing enough to support women in medicine and science.
But I would like to suggest that even if you're the most perfect man in the world, you have benefited from discrimination against women. Because all of us, me, you, everybody, when you're a man, there's implicit bias, and men are treated better in every stage of their career, have a bias in the way their papers are reviewed, have better chances to land jobs, have better mentoring. So even if you're at your best behavior, you have a responsibility.
Inequidades que hay con las mujeres en la medicina, sobre todo para llegar a posiciones de mayor desempeño y de mayor responsabilidad. Creo que estamos en el intento y que trabajando todos juntos en los próximos años vamos a poder vencer estas inequidades.
I've been in too many rooms recently where I'm one of the few women in the room, and it's so easy to feel invisible in those situations. So I just want to tell everybody that we are not invisible.
The theoretical rights are all laid out for us, and in theory we can be whatever we want and we can reach whichever professional position we want. That's not true in practice. There's a huge amount of implicit bias working against us women.
And we have to advocate also, as well as with our male colleagues, advocate for sort of the equitable footing and recognize everyone's achievements, not based at all on our sex. It really doesn't have much to do with much.
So I think it's incredibly important that we boost the role of women in medicine, that we see more women involved with steering committees, with running clinical trials, with being the senior clinical investigators. And I think to fail to do that is to overlook a huge number of skilled people in medicine. And so I look forward to a world where we're no longer having to discuss this subject.
So I think it's sad that we have to answer the question, why should we advocate for women? We shouldn't have to, but we do. I think there isn't a single system in society or biology which isn't improved by diversity.
When I talk about diversity and hear about diversity, people ask, is diversity important? The answer is absolutely yes. And I often turn the question around and say, why isn't there diversity? And why shouldn't we be promoting everyone? And we should.
And I think that we have an opportunity as women in medicine to be the voice for us as a group, but then to extend that to women and girls around the world who don't have the opportunities and the voice that we have. And so I think it's partly advocating for us immediately, it's partly advocating for the greater good, and I hope contributing to overall just better humanity.
I think it's important to collaborate with women, men, and everybody from every background, because our patients are like that, the world is like that, and it's time to really change and be more effective if we mix and have more diversity.
And it's an opportunity for us to diversify, grow in not just our careers and research, but also in our leadership roles. So I encourage all young women that are out there to keep striving for your goals, keep striving for your passion, pursue it, create a network of other women that you can get advice from and help you in your growth in your career and in your research.
So I've heard that lots of people are supportive of this initiative, and I challenge every one of you to do one thing in the near future to improve the diversity of the group that you're in. And then make that a habit, a common practice. Keep it in mind, because we're going to do better for our patients and for ourselves if that happens.
So, women in medicine, let's go.
Mujeres en medicina, adelante.